Rap gave me a voice. Back in the days, rap gave me a voice to speak on. And when I was like back in like the 90s, I was going to school, going to high school, and it just felt like, you know what I mean? It just felt like, what are these teachers talking about? I felt like I was the voiceless, and I felt very, very, very voiceless, and I felt like I didn't have a voice. I felt like I couldn't speak right. I felt like every opinion that I said didn't matter, and I just felt like I didn't have a voice. And I grew up with so much of Black American music, hip hop, and they spoke so much about the struggles and the pain and misery what they went through. So I just felt like, I just felt like I had to blast all that. I had to. It was music that just spoke to me. So I felt like I didn't have a voice. I felt like I was voiceless, and I feel like there are a lot of people out there too who love hip hop, who love that music, and even the youth these days, they love that music. And African Americans, from America, spoke a lot about the struggles and pain, what they go through, a system that just constantly, just just wants profit and just wants to keep these big, rich corporations rich. And I just felt when I went to school, I listened to a lot of, I'm talking about the early 90s. I started listening to Easy E, and then when I heard Original Gangster, Ice T, that album, it just blew my mind. It just because the teachers, those teachers then they just really didn't. They just put you down. They made you feel like you ain't nothing. They didn't give me a voice. They made me feel hopeless. But when I listened to these brothers and they talk the truth, they talk the real deal, it just made me realize. It made me realize something that I had a voice to, and that's what it is now that I'm 47, and it just feels like, I know I'm getting older, going to my 50s, but it really just made me feel like somebody. Like I made me feel like I belong in this world. That I am a human being trying to do better in this life. So I just keep on pumping the sounds no matter what. But I just felt like that, rap gave me a voice, and it still gives a voice to a lot of the youth. And a lot of the youth these days, are fighting the power. They're going through a lot of struggles. This world's always shitting on people, shitting on the youth. And I just feel that society these days is very sick. And I just feel that, hip hop always gave me the truth, always made me realize that there's a war that we gotta fight now and then, but it also made me realize that life is also beautiful. And I know that reality rap, which mainstream calls it gangster rap, always spoke the truth about the hoods in in the cities, in the hoods, in urban society, and it's just so much about everything. So hip hop gave me a voice, made me realize that there's a bigger picture out there, and made me realize that life is beautiful, life is good, and I know that music these days is changing, but I just felt like that rap gave me a voice, made me believe in myself, and it gave me the confidence to be who I am, and it just made me realize that life is beautiful too, and that you can make a great change in life no matter what age you are. And hip hop will always keep on living in here in my spirit and in my heart. So that's it. Shouts out to Ice T. Shouts out to Public Enemy. Shouts out to Ice Cube, because Ice Cube, yeah, he teached a lot. And get that album, Man Down, new album from Ice Cube. So peace out. Take care of yourselves, and yeah.